Well, the APC don't make their own case to go carry reform the Sierra Leone People's Party as to get the Secretary General between at the studio where we can tell with their own position. As we all know, themselves be don't write to the president and state their views about waiting and think for Edmond Alpha for all the position of Chief Electoral Commissioner for conduct the 2028 elections. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much, and happy that I am this morning again at the Breakfast Show for the SLPP in position straight.
All right, as we don't tell our viewers them, this conversation don't they go on last week. President Bio writes to una the political party them as stakeholders for consult una say he want for appoint Mr. Edmond Alpha for be the new Chief Electoral Commissioner. And this now according to the constitution, we say if in consultation with political parties. Firstly, let we go back as a party. The constitutional amendment bill, it in a parliament. Members of parliament and they go through the various process. They don't go through pre-leg, they don't go through first reading, and then they wait for a reform parliament. And parliament don't also ask for position papers for people that will get concerned about the amendment bill. But President Bio no wait for the constitutional amendments bill done. We get a clause where they talk about how for appoint the new Chief Electoral Commissioner through a search and nomination committee. He used the old method as a party. What do you think about that first step the way His Excellency take?
Thank you very much. We in SLPP, and for we believe in the laws. For we believe, say, currently there is an extant provision in the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Section 32 to be specific, and 32.3, we give the President the authority for consult with leaders of political parties and for appoint the chairman of the Electoral Commission. So as a party, we will not get no doubt that the President do the right thing and that you're not going to get vacuum in law. There is a law already we give under authority, and I feel that he don't exercise. And they exercise that pursuant to Section 33 of the Constitution, and I don't feel they do anything wrong. For saying, for don't wait for the current Constitution, then probably, Khadija, if I don't tell me, say, all go sit down and don't do nothing until the new Constitution come. But what you mean know there is currently the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991, where any action of government or action of citizens is clearly defined in different chapters, different parts, and different provisions of that act. So acting within any provision of that act is very legal, and no law nor the way say if there is a pending bill before Parliament, you know, for use the extant law for conduct the business of government, which in this case, now in President don't do. They don't use the extant law, then they don't conduct the business of government. You know, every law get commencement date. Even this bill where they before Parliament, if it pass, it get time where they start. So, assuming Parliament even go pass this bill and say, you know, for starting 2029. So, President for sit and wait until 2029 for appoint an electoral commissioner where the current chairman in term don't last. No. So, President act within law, and we as SLPP will know say they on the right cause, and we feel say as a party we agree with his decision.
The conversation we don't go around where plenty organizations where the advocates concern about gets for do with the timeliness of this particular appointment. Like for example, the Lawyer Society inside their own position paper with them poll, and the concern with them raised regarding this appointment is that the president for just don't wait, let this process done. Because one, them believe say it go unbog the integrity of the reform process. The reforms and where they go on now, especially the one they within a parliament, so then they amend, get for do with constitutions and the election where they come. And this appointment will come for so many people now a rush, the president rush, because this clause now and the provision of the constitution, within the amend, apply to this appointment where it don't make. Why una for think say it timely, where process they go on, where get for can change or sometimes bring a new way for select person for this position. Why not just wait, conclude the process, and go by waiting at the end of the day, members of parliament and go agree for?
Maybe, you know when this constitutional review process is done at parliament? I should say you don't know.
Then go do one before the elections, because timeline there for the elections.
Wait for me. You don't know when that process is done at parliament. Me, we sit down, I don't know. Even the speaker in parliament, no. Because it's a process. So do you want to tell me if a bill is before parliament, president not for exercise in presidential authority any longer? If we sit there and wait, there is a law giving him authority for act. He not go outside that law. Probably before be an issue if president before go outside the law or outside the authority or mandate. He hasn't gone outside any authority, any mandate. You know, sometimes now not overthink. There is a law giving the president the authority for appoint a chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Has he exercised that authority? Yes. Waiting at the problem in exercising that authority.
But already,
is there any other law we say even for wait if a bill day before parliament? No.
Already, Mr. Alpha, we don't act in that capacity.
Yes, because let me tell you something. Acting not make you substantive. And in governance, the standard of responsibility, where you distinguish between a substantive holder of an office and an acting holder of an office. Now, two different standards. This now legality will deal with. The Electoral Commission charged with the responsibility for conduct elections in this country. That is a very high standard. So you want the person where they lead that institution. You want the person where they take decisions, where they therefore act together with others for be the legitimate holder of an office rather than an acting holder.
All right, Honorable.
Mr. Secretary General, we'll join you shortly. Let's just quickly go and join Honorable Usman Timbo, where we write a letter to the Attorney General. They seek clarification on compliance of the different process them where is said they're supposed to go through before then table the constitutional amendments bill in parliament. Good morning, Honorable Usman Timbo.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
All right, we see a letter last week where you be right, as I don't state, to the Attorney General. You seek confirmation on the mandatory compliance them for table the constitutional amendment bill in Parliament. Firstly, just take we through why you they seek them kind confirmation then they.
Well, I seek the confirmation because now within the law, in the letter, states clearly as to waiting for the procedure for amend the Constitution of Sierra Leone. And for amend the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Section 108 of the Constitution and provide for we don't hear different arguments around them, particularly when we get for do two thoughts. You don't hear different interpretations. You don't hear MPs, lawyers, all saying different things. But before that, before we talk about the two thoughts, the law clearly states how you're supposed to even start the process. So the start of this year, we received this bill in Parliament, and then we published the content in the Gazette on the 24th of December, 2025. So another one then given a Parliament, and afterwards we do a pre-legislative hearing, and then can table the bill for the first reading in Parliament. However, the Constitution say in Section 108, Section 108, subsection 2, paragraph A, it say before you table, it say no bill shall be passed unless before the first reading of Parliament. Therefore, publish under two issues of the Gazette. When I say Gazette, that the government notice, usai government publish anything to the public. We government want for show things to the public. Not well government gazette, na they do them legally. So in the constitution, you say for publish this bill 2 term in the gazette, 9 days apart. So the first one you for publish, then after 9 days don't pass, you publish the second one before you carry it down for the first reading at Parliament. However, in Parliament, now only one copy 9 have we. The one we then do on the 24th of December 2025. Thereafter, me and the leader of the opposition at Parliament, Honorable Abdul he actually tasked me for say, because when I brought up the issue, he said, okay, go and do research whether this document is there or is not there, the second document. So I searched at Parliament, then confirmed to me, say, not only that one did I receive. I go to a government bookshop, they don't even get any copy of any of the gazettes. I moved further from there and I go to the government printers, so saying they print all the document, and then tell me, say, not only one them print and I not get a second version. So the next progressive thing for me for do, now for rise to the Attorney General in capacity as Attorney General and Minister of Justice, and the person will table the bill in a Parliament for asking the question. I could have called him on the phone because, like I say in my post what I just do on Facebook, he's a friend of mine for many, many years, and he's family now. I could have done that, call him and waiting to happen, but this is a national business, and it got to do with a constitutional matter. So I had to write to him in his capacity as Attorney General and not as Alpha CC. So I don't write since last week. I understand maybe he's busy. I waited for 1 week for make I also ask the public. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe sometimes government printers get another copy, or sometimes bookshop get another copy where they don't do. Maybe no know. So the only person who answer that question are the person who initiate them.
Aside the check the way you say you check now the various places them, waiting at the strong proof where you get say this particular bill they not gazette for the second time.
So Khadija, that is what I just said. I not get any strong proof. That's why I said the first progressive action. Now for ask the one way do them, whether I actually publish them for the second time or not. If the one way they print the document say they not get no copy, they not ever do a second version, I need for ask the one way now supposed for do them. So at this stage, it's just asking him, like I said, I for lay clarify whether he been do them or he not do them. And also the urge am say, if at all you not been do them, make it just withdraw this bill and do them back, do them the right way. Because this is not constitution with the amend. Not to calo document. If you see document on there for 35 years, then they will change them. Constitution are the biggest law in the nation. Not to really change like love letter or any note where somebody they writes to anywhere. It's even bigger than any letter with even the president writes, because the president himself is subject to this constitution. So it's the biggest law. So we cannot try to amend it or even do anything with them without we not actually by starting with a misstep. So now that misstep they will not want.
Mantimbo, withdrawing this bill for let the right thing be done according to you, not a political move for delay the constitutional amendment bill?
Listen what's in the Secretary General of the SLPP, and that's because of that they want for do certain things who I feel doing in bad faith. Because if the tripartite does say we do certain thing, now we all go sit down and agree. What's the haste? But we want them for make it pass now. But at the same time, we're not going to sacrifice expediency for legality, especially when it comes to the Constitution. If it is that they're not been doing the second time, just withdraw them, then we publish them back. Just do what is right, and then we move forward with them. We're not against the constitutional amendment process.
Say to people like the deputy leader of the opposition at Parliament, we host on Monday in belief say una na the APC they try for frustrate their efforts, let them not amend the constitution. So now then they go with waiting already they exist inside the 1991 constitution. And here you are, the question about the mandatory steps them where you say the office of the Attorney General supposed for don't take where you believe say they not take it, and if they not take them, you they call for let them withdraw this bill back, where obviously it will cause a reverse to the process. Is it that the APC now they try for frustrate the process of amending the constitution for get new laws that will go determine the conduct of the 2028 elections?
Khadija, I know you're a journalist, but I feel it's an unfair question, thinking that we're trying to frustrate a process just by asking legal questions. Like I said earlier, this is not the Constitution. You want to say, okay, look, forget about all this legality and then just go to, look, just able, look, left no more, it don't be so, move forward. It doesn't work like that. I just hope, honestly, it is my prayer that they'll actually be non-published. Or it's possible on the flip side, say, maybe, I know the Attorney General is not like that as a person, but what if, for argument's sake, then self knows that it's not here where they derail the process where they make them slow. So then say, okay, let's do this misstep. Somebody go notice them within the APC or within the public and then go bring them up. And this could delay we again. So look at them again, not just from the APC side, because the expectation of the APC, the expectation of the people, now that before you come, you for come with through the right process. You for don't do the right things before you come. And if you not, it's either you not do them deliberately or you not do them intently. But the APC wants this process to go ahead. In all the engagements before now, you don't see, say, what will they talk about now, the content. We have problems with the content of the bill or some parts of it because we feel this bill emanates from the recommendations of the tripartite report. And whatever for the inside that bill for they in tune with the provisions of the tripartite report. So if anybody carry the bill sidestepping a legal process way for Fala, that means maybe that person they do them in bad faith. I am not saying this is what the Attorney General has done, but I want to make you look from the flip side that it is not APC trying to derail the process just because they're asking for what is right, legally right, but maybe on the other side, the person is supposed to do the right thing, it deliberately not do the right thing so that this process will be stalled.
So, Honorable, if this not an oversight and they not amend them, what it go mean for the whole process?
The law is clear. It said the bill shall not pass. It said so not a pass. It's not a pass at all. Unless they enforce their way.
Because now that's what they want us say. If you say the law say the bill shall not pass, if they not take into consideration the two issues that more you don't pick up at this point, if then go ahead and pass the law, waiting it go mean?
Well, luckily for me, me a lawyer, and at the same time, me a member of parliament. So I think are they two sides? And like I said, me post this morning on social media now that this time a first progressive step. I still believe that the Attorney General will respond to me. He's good with that. I expect he will respond to me within the shortest possible time. Then after I receive the response, then I will take the next progressive step. Well, for take as a lawyer and maybe as a parliamentarian too.
Reply to you, you go get for seek further steps where perhaps you will go to court or waiting.
This is not the first progressive step I don't take. It all happened before, so let people not think I'm only doing this now for frustrating the process. I remember the other time you guys interviewed me when I challenged the PPRC on that blanket ban on billboards and banners. The PPRC been calling me and we get engagement, and we've been not fair in a good way for low handle that one. And that is why now you even see billboards and banners being placed in different places them. And also they have an intention now for the regulation around that one day where we're not there again. So we're not asking anything too much or outside the law. We're just asking for make them do what is right. If at all they're not doing it. But me believe say they don't do them. But let's just be clear on that. I hope, it is my fervent hope that they will produce to me a second gazette where they may not do after this first one or even before this one, we then carry in a parliament.
The Attorney General respond to you with evidence then for sure say the second publication may actually happen. You ready for withdraw all of your statements there or probably even apologize to the Office of the Attorney General?
There's nothing to withdraw. The content of the letter basically say a request for confirmation of compliance with section blah, blah, blah. They not say anything like, they tell you say you know do am. I'm actually asking him now, right for ask him whether he been do am or he not do am. Because I don't do search and not see him. So I'm only asking him to do that. And we request them in the second page to say, first now for ask whether the bill was in fact published in at least 2 issues of the Gazette prior to the first reading. And the second thing I asked them that if such publication was done, that I should be obliged if you would provide me with a copy of the relevant Gazette issue, evidence in the second publication. So there's nothing for apologize. There's no accusation inside it. It's just saying, tell me or confirm to me whether you've been do this or you not do that. That's all I'm saying in this one, not for anything more. So there's no reason for, I wish, it's my fervent hope that it will show it will show the public a second Gazette.
Until after the first reading, before you come out now,
Sorry?
they seek all in clarification there.
Sorry?
I they ask, say, why you wait until after the first reading, even after the privilege, before you come out seeking all of the confirmation there?
Because that's the only time to do it. It's the only time. Let's say after the first reading. You don't know when it will do them or when, because when you do privilege, that was on first reading. When you do the first publication, that was on first reading. Now, only after first reading, you're going to say, okay, yes, that's why I don't do first reading. And at the time when I do first reading, I wasn't sure. I asked the leader of the opposition in Parliament, Abdul Kagbo, if he's aware. He said, well, himself not sure, and that made me go do a search. From that very moment, the very day we then table in the Parliament, that was the time I asked Honorable Abdul Kagbo if this is before, if he gets any knowledge of a second bill. And he said no. And I asked in the Parliament, and I go in a government bookshop, and I go to the government printing department, and I'm able to get a copy of them. So at this moment, you see, I don't do this letter 1 week ago. Now only today, and not to just in the Attorney General at Senate. So I actually copied the Speaker of Parliament, the Clerk of Parliament, the Leader of Government's Business, the Leader of Opposition, the Acting Chairman of the APC, and the National Secretary General of the APC. But ever since I do this, for let you know I'm not looking for public attention in this, it took a whole week. I was waiting and expecting a response on this. I've also brought it to the notice of my party, and I don't tell them, say, okay, this is the situation. They've acknowledged receipts of them, and then they know they're behind me on this while they do so.
If really second publication not happen, this go show say big problem there in the legislative system. Who that's for take responsibility? You're not a member of Parliament. You are part of the system.
Not to the legislative system get the problem. Not to Parliament they introduce bill. Now the Attorney General introduced this bill. Not to Parliament for publish the bill in a Gazette. Parliament I received it, they received the bill. So now the responsibility of the Department of Justice or the drafting department for actually do this. It's only when it comes to Parliament, I sure say whoever receive a Parliament also for to ask the right question now, whether it was actually published in 2 issues of the Gazette or not. But the primary responsibility rest with the person when I introduce the bill in Parliament for the amendments of the Constitution.
Very much, Honorable Usman Timbo. We join with this morning for talk about a letter where you write to the Attorney General seeking confirmation if the constitutional amendment bill within a parliament now you don't go through pre-leg, you don't go through first reading, then be gazette for the second time, as that's not the mandatory step them waiting for take, as you don't hear from Honorable Usman Timbo. We'll try for get the Office of the Attorney General for confirm whether all of the mandatory steps there they be taken, as Honorable Usman Timbo they seek clarification. When they come back to the studio, as we still get the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone People's Party, they can't talk about their own position where they don't send to President Bio concerning the letter where the President writes to political party them for tell and say or for consult them say they appoint Edmond Alpha for be the new Electoral Commissioner. Women say Edmond Alpha will be the person we go conduct the next general election. So they from the All People's Congress them position, then say they don't want Mr. Edmond Alpha for be the Chief Electoral Commissioner, and then believe say the president for go according to the tripartite committee recommendation where the SLPP and the APC been signed. Honorable, the APC don't begin raise concerns, say President Bio for go according to waiting then signed to during the tripartite committee when both parties been signed, then sit down and bring out recommendation them, and some of the recommendation had to determine how the next general election for go, who that's for conduct them, the process on how they for appoint the commissioners. These are their own concerns.
Well, as SLPP will not get our concern. Then we get in concern, I feel saying that then are the best people for address. But one thing we may know, we are a political party, one among 17 registered political party. You know, most times APC want tie this nation down to the tripartite agreement. I am the Secretary General of the SLPP, but as an individual Paran Tarawally, I get my own thoughts about that whole tripartite arrangement. It's difficult really for distinguish between me now as an individual and my role. But I'll make Sierra Leoneans quickly forgive me. For the next 5 minutes, I know they talk as the Secretary General of the SLPP, and they talk as a Sierra Leonean. Now, Paran Tarawally as a Sierra Leonean feel say the tripartite arrangement where the international community na grant us to not being truly representative of this country in political development. And my reason why I adduce, and I will continue for adducer, if APC and SLPP go sit down and make arrangement, it not means in a Sierra Leone arrangement. This not politics. There are 17 registered political parties. Why would they call the tripartite? They not call all 17 political parties. Because the tripartite, most of the recommendations when they see inside today, now how Sierra Leone for go before politically. Do you want to tell me the 15 are not political parties? Or you want to tell me say they're not important, we come for determine, waiting for happen to we country in political development? So me as an individual, Paran Tarawally, I really not to they give in to the tripartite, because for me, it's an agreement we're not truly representative. So when people can they cite terms strictly saying so, I can take offense at times. Because the legal as well as political history of this country is not shaped by the tripartite agreement. It's shaped by a lot of factors and a lot of things that don't happen before that tripartite agreement, where for me, not truly representative of the political space of this nation. Because if you really want to do if you want to do an agreement for the political development of this country, you bring every political actor on board. And truly speaking, there are 17 political parties where they represent the political views of this nation. Why did you leave out the 15? So for me, if then they cut the tripartite within the realm of APC, SLPP, I agree with them. But if you cut her within the realm of the political development of this country, I wouldn't agree with you as an individual because it's not truly representative.
Like you say, you did use this 5 minutes for talk as Paran,
I
Tarawally,
don't
and a
talk to
citizen
Tarawally
of Sierra Leone. Just quickly before we come back to the party we represent this morning, if you were in Parliament, this bill within a Parliament, so now within the look at together with the tripartite recommendations, waiting you for don't do in your capacity if you been in a Parliament.
Okay, so assuming I was a parliamentarian by now, or may not be clerk of parliament, probably I'll just take this for make some few clarification. Me na a long-term MP, and me na a seasoned legislative administrator. I haven't served as the clerk of parliament of the Republic of Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone for close to 8 years. So let me tell you, I listen to Honorable Timbo. He's a fine gentleman. And I can let people they raise concerns, and I agree with her. That's a right for clarification. But if he say a misright, would I be for direct in letter and to Parliament and not to the Attorney General? Because by the standing orders, we himself know, anything we left any side and reach Parliament don't become the property of Parliament. It's no longer the property of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. So if he seeks clarification from herself, it's not correct. Now from Parliament, he for seek clarification. Because one thing we know, as a seasoned administrator, I know say anything we can to Parliament is recorded in what we call the notice paper. Everything we can. So once they put on the notice paper, waiting at the next level. The next level is for the Business Committee of Parliament, where now all the leaders, APC, SLPP, and different other leaders, including the Clerk of Parliament, then they sit down on that business and look at the business, and they look at them for 3 reasons. One, whether it properly did before Parliament. And not in order to go put that other paper if you not properly did before Parliament. So it's surprising to me where Honorable Timbo even say the bill was not gazetted for a second time. So is it that Parliament not do their due diligence? Because Parliament for first and foremost doing due diligence. And the authority way for do the due diligence, now the office of the clerk, where after I don't put this thing at the notice paper, now it will notify the business committee. For say business committee, this particular document don't come Parliament. It's now properly before Parliament. So you can now go ahead for look at them and put them at the other paper before the business committee they put them. So it looks surprising equally where APC get almost equal representation with SLPP. Now the business committee. Then left it on there, then the thing appear on the other paper. So they begin to ask yourself a question. Whose side then go wrong if indeed thing go wrong? Because if APC, SLPP sit down, and then they sit down the business committee, and they are the highest authorities of Parliament, haven't been, nominated by their different parties for being leaders of Parliament. They sit down, they watch her. Now then Greece say it properly day before Parliament. Then put on another paper. So why then for disclaim themselves away from her? Then make her also say something, in Parliament every day will land. So this morning, make her just quickly talk to Honorable Timbo. Honorable Timbo, you're a fine legislator. But I feel say you forget some small part of the law when it comes to Parliament. In Parliament, we get different authorities who they cite when it comes to the actions who they take. And I also want to draw your attention to the fact that the provision of 108 of the Constitution, subject to certain conditions. And 2 of them conditions, I might just highlight and clearly. Condition number 1, any bill will come to Parliament under a certificate of urgency from the President. Not they follow 108 for this double gazetting. Condition number 2, any bill that is gazetted in an extraordinary gazette. Mark you, gazette in this country in a 2 type day. You get the ordinary gazette where they come out on Monday. When in 108 they refer to that if you gazette any bill where they come out on Monday when an ordinary gazette, therefore come out 2 term, 9 days apart. But where you gazette any bill in an extraordinary gazette, imagine extraordinary, meaning that something don't happen where for preclude you for do a second gazette. So you now proceed to gazette it in an extraordinary gazette. And me, I left for talk with president. I've been in parliament as a member of parliament since 2012. I can't be the clerk of parliament. So I've seen it all and I know them all. Okay? Under the APC, we pass constitutional review 2 term. Amendments to the constitution, 2 term. In 2013, we amended section 79 and 80 of the constitution. And they now send Honorable Timbo for me to go do in research.
So are you
For proof, say, at that time in 2013, where we amend the provisions of 79, where they deal with the speaker, and 80, where they deal with the deputy speaker, it was an extraordinary gazette.
So
and I want them who gazette them. The next one where we've been do was in 2014, where we amend the provision where they deal with reviewing the electoral register before election every 5 years. And at that time also, it was an extraordinary gazette. And I also want to tell and say, more than half of every bill where they go parliament is gazetted in an extraordinary gazette, where the requirement are 1 term rather than in the ordinary gazette where the requirement are 2 terms.
So in this case, Honorable Timbo, where they seek for clarifications, are you saying INSEF missed the procedures?
Well, it missed the procedures because I feel say, number 1, the bill is now before parliament, so that parliament property. So you not go ask, if me get my property and I go ask Mabel, the person not go ask Mabel about the property we me get. The property of parliament, no other person not go make comment on and then parliament take up. Because the bill is now before parliament. There are stages of a bill. When you're ready for make bill, it then a cabinet. The ministry responsible they do it. But once they don't take that bill, they officially now write to the clerk of parliament and say, we are now sending this bill to parliament for consideration. As it reached the parliament, the clerk take them, he put on the notice paper. He sent on to the business committee. The business committee sit down and agree, say properly day before parliament. The Attorney General office no get no business on again. Past parliament, they call her now for like and defend her. So it's now properly the property of parliament. So that letter should have been directed to either the speaker, who is head of parliament, or the clerk, who is the administrative head, and where they receive them bills there.
From the step then way you don't explain, aside the one where you say Honorable Usman Tibo miss Usai if for send the letter, you further for explain the procedure them, how them for go about gazetting for a second time or just for a first time before you go through first reading. Are you saying Honorable Usman Timbo miss this particular argument?
I say not pay attention to that.
Okay.
Because any Sierra Leone we pay attention to that, you know, say 108 we say you for gazette twice. Instance is then the way they gazette once. Instance is then they in fact way they gazette just before the bill gets in first reading. That now with a certificate of urgency. Because Saturday term, bill can be so urgent that president go sign a certificate of urgency, which is constitutionally legal. Another time, bills then go come through extraordinary gazette. And no bill no day we don't come parliament in an extraordinary gazette, we then gazette twice. So I also want that we understand that. So, you know, most times we they edify we say, what they talk, like we always they, you know, tuition we say, or draw we attention. Because sometimes we can be so passionate about issues that we they forget certain things.
So now go back to my question I asked you earlier, where you be to talk about the recommendations from the tripartite and that's of the amendments and way they before members of parliament. Now, I've been asked you earlier, say, if you were in parliament, because you not believe, say, the APC and the SLPP, that decision would be taken for going to that tripartite, not to national than they, because other registered political parties and they were then left out. Now the document is before members of parliament. If you were in parliament, waiting you for don't do?
It's simple. Me, if I'm in a parliament, this particular bill are not a 3-term.
Building tomorrow today. with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water...
All right, apologies for the break there. We get Paran in the studio. We dey continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We still get the Secretary General for the Sierra Leone People's Party, Honorable Omar Paran Tarawally, where they state the SLPP position on the appointment of Mr. Edmond Alpha for be the next electoral commissioner, where President Bio don't inform political party they say they appoint him.
All right. Well, as we continue the conversation, before we go back to Honorable Paran on that particular issue of the SLPP position on Edmond Alpha in proposed appointments, before we get that short break there from Power Court, you better explain if you been in Parliament right now, what you for do?
It's simple. So if me not be an MP in this current Parliament, this bill, this constitutional amendment bill, will be before Parliament, and not for treat as an offshoot of the tripartite agreement, because if you look at the constitutional amendment, not to today's start, the tripartite agreement not recommend constitutional amendment. It only reinforce them. Because remember, say immediately after the war, there was the TR process, the Truth and Reconciliation process, headed by late Bishop Humper. In that process, the conclusion, they make series of recommendations. And most of the recommendations here be hinged on the political development and legal consolidation of Sierra Leone. And plenty of what you see today was first mentioned by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, such as the PR system, such as women's representation, etc., etc. So when President Ernest Bai Koroma came to the presidency, from 2007 to 2017, we see it activate the process where the TRC already don't recommend. Then Justice Cowan came for close to 2 years. They looked at the constitution of Sierra Leone. What to make them look at them? What to make them spend so much money for look at them? Now because them be one put in line with modern day trade, and then be one respond to some of the recommendations where the TR process been put out. And at the end of the day, President Koroma been signed a white paper where he left. What that mean? It means say then recommendations where Justice Cowan here in committee been make for constitutional amendment of this country. The one they always agree with, he put up. Now the white paper. And it been there in the process of sending it to Parliament for make them pass her into a new constitution where the election fast catch we. So what are we saying? We are saying almost everything with the Parliament today, not to an offshoot of tripartite. Tripartite now just reinforcing the process we've been done to happen. So we've been in this since the year 2002. We've been in this. So like people don't look at the process, not just land. Let people not look at the process of constitutional amendment for means say waiting government here APC go agree on. Now for kind of parliament. No, it's bigger than that.
But Honorable Paran, the tripartite come into existence for a reason, right?
Yes.
Because of so many questions we don't they happen about elections. In the words of His Excellency the President, he tell Nana Parliament say, not to just 2023 elections rigging issues begin come. He said even in 2012, he questioned the outcome of the election. So for that, him be recommend say, let them get a committee where they review all the electoral process or legislation them for put this behind the country in back, even before the international community come in. So if una don't agree on something, why you party with it in governance? No one to adhere to the things them where they and the APC sign up to in a tripartite agreement.
that question you put on, but you not put on correct. What talk now? Talk as Paran Tarawally, and not talk as the SLPP Secretary General. Let me come. Now we guide what you they say. SLPP and APC, or government of Sierra Leone and APC go into a tripartite.
But now the SLPP didn't go.
Let me come. They go into a tripartite. When you ask me the question, I'll tell you, say, make Sierra Leoneans and forgive me. For 5 minutes, I they talk as Paran Tarawally, a private citizen. So I don't want to let you carry and go back to my party.
No, I don't come with you now in the capacity.
So you ask me first if my party disagree with tripartite?
And of course, because we don't
give me instances. Give me instances.
The co-chair of the tripartite, when Dr. Kelfalamara, don't come here, he don't raise several concerns, say, even for let them sit down, discuss some of the things them when are the deliverables and some of the things themselves where the AG go with so in this bill, not waiting they agree for na the tripartite. He say even forget conversation now.
Khadija,
the government hardly respond to them.
Let me not make this too hard. I don't tell you my position. Waiting on a parliament, not only an offshoot of tripartite. This process had begun since 2002, the TRC process. APC come, they amend the constitution and get out a white paper. Why do they want to disclaim their white paper? Why they want pull themselves off waiting let me don't say? This is politics. If I don't say, be not tell you say I want PR. Why tomorrow I can't tell you say I cannot want her? When I don't ever bother for ask APC, why make in the Justice Kawan recommendation President Annette by Kruma be accede to the TR? And now, why APC they backpedal on that? When I take them ask them these questions, you are a journalist. Be probing enough. Because at the end of the day, we already see people come to televisions, then come to media and say, we don't agree with this. But bother enough for ask them also. You be agree with this in 2002. You be agree with this from 2007 right on to 2017. Why now you not agree with her? Let them tell Sierra Leone. Why now? Because at the end of the day, for me, I talk again. Waiting on a parliament, not only the tripartite. Maybe not start from 2002, where we get Bishop Humper, TRC, we make all recommendations, and I go tell you, so the parliament back. European Union come, they engage we. Brookfields Hotel, I get evidence to that. Where we and APC will all agree on the PR system. Then come back, they make the white paper. Now they make not who make white paper. Now APC make white paper. They agree on this process.
So why are they disagreeing?
So ask them. That is what I'm telling you. Call them, put them here, and ask them why. This is simple. If you be agree yesterday, then today you don't agree. Sometimes something don't change. Ask them, but let them tell me, waiting don't change. You should not be asking me. Because for me, now APC disagree. And yesterday, now them be the proposer. So is it that way then you comfort zone? You agree. The way they squeeze you smaller corner, you disagree.
So you
that is not what
they shift the goalpost?
Not only shifting the goalpost. For me, I don't blow out and cold. If I say that this way they go, it is this way. So APC, you're not a responsible political party, just like the SLPP, or just like the other 15 political parties. We're all responsible. This country now they give political direction to her, together with all other parties. So what would they talk? Let's be sincere in what would they say. What would they talk? If we tell people, say, this is it, let's stick to it. Because from 2002 to 2017, you agreed with the process.
Are they being dishonest with the people of Sierra Leone?
Well, let the people judge. Because for me, I know if my party today say, this is what I want, I stand up with that until the Leone party they change. And if my party change, I'll come to the media and say again why my party change. So let APC tell Sierra Leone why they don't change. This is not about... Let them tell us.
Let's come back to the topic with it because they're not there now for response. So
don't ask me their question.
Let we come back to the topic we there for this morning. We get to do this proposed appointment. Edmond Alpha for the Chief Electoral Commissioner. On a party don't get to your own letter. We don't send to the president because he asked all political parties about this appointment. What happens in a case where, because the document is in a parliament, in a case where parliament decides, say, the proposed thing within the provision within the deal with Ghana Parliament. Say for set up a committee where you want for select person for that position. If Parliament agree for that, what would happen to this proposed appointment if Edmond Alpha end up B?
It's simple. Every law get commencement date. If Parliament agree, go give you a commencement date. Nobody know they make law without a commencement date. You not go make law you opener. Every law get when it is start. Now the law way day is a president will consult leaders of all political parties. After those consultations, they make an appointment.
Which for them, it's even the first time the president make them write letter and send to the political parties, say, a one for appoint person.
That is the process.
He has been in power for over 8 years.
Yeah. Yes.
Now the first thing is and say it consults. Even the consultation has a limit of 3 days, 3 working days, where the letter say the response for don't come
But
in.
now we ask yourself a question. If me not be write letter yesterday, I talked to you maybe. Then today I choose for write letter for discuss the same subject. What is different from that? The only difference now the formality and the informality. One process I be informal where I talk to you. The other process I be very formal. But all it boils down to I been talk to you. When the president been the appoint Kenewi Kone, he talk to political parties. What the APC then say?
Conversation.
Yes, they are. What the APC then say? President all right. As a listening president, this tells you okay, make a right now. What happen? You want talk again? So let us talk about the third waiting president for do. Because the first day he talk to them verbally. They say, no, you not be right. Now you don't listen to them. They don't right. What again the while I do?
Honorable, SLPP don't already support the nomination of Mr. Edmond Alpha,
How you know?
even before any independent scrutiny or parliamentary approval. You know, things say this they undermine the process.
So my question to you is how you know say SLPP don't.
But when I put on a letter, so when I agree with this proposal, they propose say, one
Which letter you don't see because we the letter all right now to secretary to the president. But probably
not
if
forget
you say,
documents, it's very easy, honorable.
okay, anyway, we're not a journalist.
Yes,
But I make a ask you now whether I don't see the
the
letter.
letter then with possession, we don't read them.
Okay.
So
Not
I
another
don't already
headline,
agree with Mr. Edmond Alpha a nomination where the president writes to una for consulting as political parties. Mr. Edmond Alpha not go through it any scrutiny. SLPP don't agree say una one time for let it be the chief electoral commissioner. The question now is, this una yon agree, una don't agree. You know, they undermine the process.
Okay. So in the very first place, I want to ask me first if we don't agree.
Una don't agree based on the letter una sent to His Excellency the President.
Well, so for me, you know, we can't quote say we send letter to president. Ask me first whether we don't write to president or don't agree.
The president began una 3 days.
That's it.
That
So,
was last week.
You know,
So
that's
the
in 3 ways he
The
respond.
3 days don't done.
Now 3 ways he respond. Either you say no to
Honorable,
president,
don't make this
or you say
conversation
yes to
easy.
president, or you not talk to her.
Based
Those are
on
3
what
ways.
me see on a SLPP response to His Excellency, una agree with Mr. Edmond Alpha for be the chief electoral commissioner.
So based on what you see.
Yes. So tell me now if I am wrong.
No, me no want comment. Probably if I want comment, I'll like ask me question. I officially tell the people of Sagadio waiting at the official position of the SLPP.
So the SLPP agree for let Mr. Edmond Alpha be the new chief electoral commissioner?
Fine, good question, man. Yes, we agree.
So I not be wrong.
You know, but if you ask me, I'll communicate
So
the official position.
Okay, una agree with Edmond Alpha for be the new electoral commissioner.
We agree.
This individual where una agree, the APC say he was part of the problems. The APC say he no get integrity. The APC say because una don't agree na the tripartite say all the commissioner them we conduct 2023, then for change them and bring in new people them we get the credibility for conduct free, fair elections.
Okay, so me, I I sure say me said already tripartite report. This last year he said I not see and passive son tenant and a small team in Namaya we make an able kitchen. But me not see no side way APC and government agree say them for set aside all commissioners and bring in new. Me not see. Having said that, APC now then disagree, so you get right to ask them why they disagree. We
I don't
SLPP.
tell you what they say.
No, I not comment on that. We SLPP we agree with the nomination of Mr. Alpha.
Why?
Fine. This is simple. Okay, so let me tell you something. You say we don't agree before the process they do. I feel say the letter president right to we. What we see. I don't know the way APC see, but the way we see, it say I get intention for appoint this person. So meaning you know appoint it. And for me, as far as me know, there is a difference between nomination in politics, in governance or politics, and appointment. Even though, yes, I agree, say, you get very thin line, okay? But there is really a distinction, okay? Nomination, probably, like when you get an interview process. Then you say, okay, this then are the force who don't nominate for, like, they can interview. After the interview, the one way pass, now you appoint. So what think happen? The interview panel, now all we the 17 political parties. Now we now the interview panel. So now waiting president don't do, you don't send the candidate to we. He say, let we interview and let we take a decision. So as far as me know, let me say reveal now, out of the 17 political parties, 13 of we, now the panel, don't tick Mr. Alpha 100%, say very fit for the job. Say very fit for the job. 13 of we. And the other 4, we don't left, me no know waiting then tick. But waiting me go say here is this. When me been the count, that's how the class where arithmetic 1, 2, 3, 4, I know say 13 big pass 4. And because 13 big pass 4, I know say the nation, majority of the nation, who they represent don't agree with waiting president say. And I debate you, Khadija and Mabel. If you go inside, you say anything, all man clap for you, watch what you say. Some person for the 1 or 2 way they turn face. Now that's humanity. So here, President Bio don't settle into an interview panel. 17 of we. That is 17 political parties. We don't interview the nominee where President Bio don't send to we. 13 of we don't say he qualify for the job.
Waiting on a look at for determine say he's qualified for the job.
Okay. It's simple. So let me just tell you something. In life, then kind job here. For me, I feel say we look at basically 3 things. For then kind job here, 3 things. 1, na merit. So you dey ask yourself, because I dey tell una say out of them 13 political parties here, we don't agree. We SLPP now last agree so. Because we dey watch what the other political parties they say. Because we want make Sierra Leone in voice be heard. So we carefully talk to other political parties. And we'll talk to them, we ask them what they feel. And based on their response and feedback to we, that he make himself write letter. And I assure you as a party, not feel say because the president is a member of we party, if he been do something, they will go to the other political parties and say no. So we for agree it out. Agree say yes, it's an SLPP government, led government. But there is a thin line between the government and the political party. Yana consult government, consult with all as political parties. So we'll all watch and we'll consult with the company. We'll see say we all the flow the same. Now that make us right so agree.
Maybe the other 2 points.
So 1 are merit. And what thing I mean by merit is the candidate qualified for the job.
Is he qualified?
He is overqualified.
Okay.
Because what will take in length of experience in the commission, what will take waiting he don't do as an individual, what will take in education. We as SLPP will agree say Mr. Edmond Alpha not get any match for now.
But the APC,
in that position.
The APC, the question in level of integrity.
So let them answer that. That is 1. Second thing we look at, now national agreement. The nation agree with what President Bio say? Yes. Because out of 17 political parties where they represent the political views of the entire 8 or so million people, 13 say yes.
That 13.
They, on behalf of we young people.
That 13, they represent the nation.
Okay, so long not go far. I don't tell you, I say me na arithmetic a study. Where they count 1, 2, 3, take 17. If 13 agree, pass if you say 4 big pass 13, no. But if 13 big pass 4, and not only big, if big pass 4, far away. That is the nation. Because if we be one like the whole nation agree, we need make parliament. We dey call all man and can sit down at one field. If we able get that field, forget that 8 million people. But because 13 parties where they represent the people of this country don't say yes, who say yes, nationally, he is very, very okay.
Honorable, in the letter Una write to His Excellency the President, Una praise the consultation where the President do. Say, really independent. This praise Una they praise this consultation. Now, a formality for endorse the President in decision for appoint Edmond Alpha as the new Chief Electoral Commissioner?
Okay, so I'll tell you something. This country, so we don't do it. I'm sure so una self our old person are far away, but una self are old small. For no it to happen in this country, at least in the 2000s. We don't know this country. Edmond for be the 6th chairman of the Electoral Commission. We don't get the James Jonah, 1996. We don't get Christiana Top. We don't get Infa Ali. Okay, it's the 5th. We don't get Kenewi Kone, and that is the 5th. Tell me, you don't know this country. For 4 times, this level of consultation not take place. President Bio is acclaimed as the president. We don't do the deepest consultation with Kampa appointing the chairman of the Electoral Commission. So we as a party, we are proud. He is our leader. If we do this, Sierra Leone acclaim today, we're very proud. And we say, thank you, President Bio. Keep it up. You know, a listening man. Where APC being Allah, say you just call her and tell her, you don't make them formal. This trip, you don't make them formal. And that formality we don't do, we'll tell you thank you for answer. And we'll go want any other president when they come after you may follow your footsteps. Because you know the legacy basket of Sierra Leone. So keep it up, sir.
How you go assure the people where the question this appointment of Mr. Alpha say no political at all?
Say the appointment not political?
Yes.
Me have you say the appointment illegal. Very legal. Because the constitution say if you do this, then you do it. So who say politics come out? If the constitution say if you do this, you left her, you go use politics for do it. Now you talk about political. But the constitution 32(3) very clear. It said the president, after I don't consult leaders of political parties, go appoint the chairman of the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. Did he do that? Yes.
I say political because certain appointments them, it's obvious as a party in governance, appointing him, una go want to get an edge, una go want to get an advantage in the next elections.
You see, we SLPP, we get numbers. We SLPP, APC don't make electoral commissioner, we don't beat them. So we as a party will get less for think about the electoral commission. Wait till we get more for think about now the strategies we put in place for win elections. And as I speak to you, even day before yesterday, we had a meeting of the national officers, chaired by our chairman, Jimmy Batilo Songa. And everything now they talk now meeting, now how the strategies all they put for win 2028, how will they get them right? Who care less? I let them go bring a person from Jupiter for like can conduct election now. Not who not concerned about
Because
that.
that's our
Always who concerned about now how well are we getting our strategies right for win 2028.
Now that's our ask you
concern.
say, if not Edmond Alpha, whose alternative the SLPP for don't prefer?
SLPP, not all responsibility for our point. The person will get the responsibility now, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and he has done that. So, you are like abrogate responsibility or constitutional authority upon me.
In this
where
case,
I not get.
a consult and una agree with in consultation.
Simple.
The person where he propose una agree with the person. So
Definite.
if not to be Edmond Alpha, then at the picture, the SLPP for don't agree with any other person where the president for don't pick.
Anybody. Because that is his constitutional responsibility.
So that means say una not even consider the background of the person because you say una for don't agree with anybody where he pick.
Anybody where he pick, as long as we look at them three things here where I tell una about. And we convince say we are a political party where the person don't go through them three things here. Is the person nationally accepted? Yes.
What proof say nationally accepted?
Look at all. Okay, so if you talk about politics, what are they talk about? Not the political parties. Because the political parties, they shape the political orientation of the nation. They give direction, political direction to the people of Sierra Leone. Okay? And now then they politically educate the people of Sierra Leone. So you can't have politics in this country. Now 17 political parties will get. So I don't tell you back. Arithmetically, 13 out of 17 don't agree say Edmond Alpha is the right choice. Nationally, he has been accepted. So we SLPP will accept her.
What in the SLPP think about any role where Edmond Alpha play in the 2023 elections? The outcome of it?
The role he play? Now a role as stated in the Constitution, section 32 following.
I will not believe say it contributes to the outcome of the elections where up to this time the opposition not accept say una win the election, then even they accuse the SLPP saying a thief the elections. So I don't believe say it contributes to that.
Okay, so it contributes to the outcome of the election, like any other commissioner from 1996. Any outcome of election are the commissioners there. Now then they determine based on the votes the way they count.
So is that not a reason?
Problem with
is that not a reason for Leone sit back and say this election in outcome, it bring a lot of outcry?
No, not bring outcry. No,
where we did to a tripartite,
I will not agree
and
with
this man
you.
contributed to the outcome.
I will not agree with you.
Why?
Okay, fine. And they tell you back there are 17 political parties in this country. APC in cry not mean national cry. Party if you answer APC in cry mean national cry.
So why wanna take us serious if
In
not to
waiting.
national cry?
In waiting.
The cry where then cry.
Would have me take us serious?
The SLPP not take us serious.
But you say,
But now the government going to tripartite with them.
listen, I don't tell you, say, as SLPP as a political party, distinction there between SLPP as a government.
A very thin line because now they in
whether
government.
it's thin or not, there is a line. So I will let you understand this. Not to SLPP stricto sensu go into tripartite with APC. Now government of Sierra Leone now go into tripartite with APC. And by the way, I don't tell you, I don't want to continue for repeat this. The tripartite is fine. But me as an individual, if you dey make any agreement, it will involve all political actors of the state. Because the main objective where they say they go for during the tripartite now for shape the political future of Sierra Leone. For goodness sake, Mabel, you there? Eh? You go to shape the political destiny of this nation. You take all other 15 political parties, you put them in a corner. Then you take two no more, you say, "Oh, go shape." Or you neighbor go make small quarrel. Eh? Then Khadija and another neighbor, they want ready for make agreement to make the idea affect Khadija and her host. Which authority will not get for do that? So me, I not like for talk about tripartite. I'm Secretary General of SLPP. Sometimes when I talk, it hard for draw the line between Paran as a private citizen.
The SLPP is so concerned about that.
Not to SLPP concerned.
Una then get all it
I
takes
repeat this.
for let una way then governance handle this a proper way for call for a national cohesion and not just limit this to government and the APC.
Maybe.
If una so care because una then governance.
I want beg you. I don't want to make any Sierra Leonean feel say this talk where I don't talk now on behalf of SLPP. I know I made them feel say I talk now in my capacity as Secretary General.
We're on record already,
This
they
talk
know.
where I talk Now, as Paran Tarawally, a private citizen, we camp under tripartite.
So when it comes to the SLPP, when they get some kind of conversation, yeah?
Would they get because the tripartite is there, it's a government outfit between government and APC. So as a party, we'll get right for backup. And with the backup, we are moving.
So on the back and hypocrisy.
Which
Because
hypocrisy?
if you then are the executive, on the back but you really convinced that this is not good for the nation, then it's just hypocrite.
Now 46 then I will executive.
So now you want to believe say it's not good for the nation.
I don't know about other people that believe.
People.
Me may believe now that if you don't get an agreement where they look at the political destiny and future of this nation, it will involve all political parties. And they repeat at any time, any day, anywhere as a private citizen.
Honorable, coming back to Mr. Edmond Alpha appointment.
Yes, ma'am.
Why the SLPP not call for more consultative or competitive process for appoint the next chief electoral commissioner rather than just agreeing with the president in nomination of Edmond Alpha?
It's simple and straightforward because we are a very law-abiding citizen party. And the constitution say 32(3). The president, after consultation with leaders of political parties, go appoint. So because we are law-abiding, we like waiting kindena law, and we like for abide by her. Waiting the president do is in conformity with law. So we, if I will feel respected, that the president consult with. So like when you say you see a letter, I make I just disclose to you. In that letter, we will not only agree with the president, will commend them.
Yeah,
and the commander will commend them, will commend them one because of the consultative process we launch. This has never been in this country. You know, Mabel, no, I know. No president, not ever consult at this level where President Bio consult. So commend them for that. We equally commend them because they look for, as far as we are estimation concerned, they look for somebody who merit the office. They will commend on the third, say he look for somebody who will get national approval. So we then treat here, we commend President Bio. And we'll go continue for commender because he's a listening president. Even to the opposition, they listen. When the opposition cries, say, "Power, no, I just they talk to me." But they write letter.
Is it that not just because there was no option in the letter, because the letter was sent to another one green name they proposed. So not just follow because 9-1 did there was no option. Just follow.
We don't tell you say we are a political party. We set up we own systems. We set up we own interview checklist. And we'll check all of them boxes. Now only will convince who I send to we meet all them with checklist here. Now that make we appoint her. And by the way, let me tell you, I know how I just feel say SLPP just does the letter. Like what I tell you. Now we last so send we own because we be one know what the other political parties they feel. And I assure you say if even 7, 8, or 9 out of the 17 political parties been disagree with the president or they disagree with her. Take it from me. This is SLPP, it's a democratic party. But because we know, say, then checklist here where I don't put. Other parties then get their own checklist. And then tick boxes. And we all see, say, nationally, we're all driving towards the same end. Now make we know, say, President Bio do the right thing and we agree with her.
Honorable Abdul Kawuna, the leader of the opposition, be there yesterday. He make an clear say, then a parliament no go agree for Honorable, sorry, I beg your pardon, Mr. Edmond Alpha, an appointment where he go to him and eventually get for go to parliament and they approve him. If the APC, when one of the party them, the main opposition at parliament not agree for Mr. Edmond Alpha, how a appointment go be approved?
So me, I just feel say Parliament getting on processes. And we then send nominee in Parliament, the first process now for getting the form for life fill. Where they fill form na Parliament, you get different categories. Educational qualification, economic prowess. You know, you get different fitness of purpose and so on and so forth. So I know so they get for do that. And once that happens, then they set the appointments and public service committee for Sidon. And that committee get for interview Mr. Edmond Alpha. And now until that committee satisfied, before then they bring her. Okay, and I'll tell you one thing, the standing orders of parliament is so interesting. He said even when they sit down na that committee on appointments, because now both the opposition and the ruling government, they na that committee plus some paramount chiefs. Even when they sit down, they interview, when they done, when they take out a vote as to whether they agree. If people then they will not agree, we'll get it and call minority report. You don't understand? So for let's just make a scenario. Let's say then go to the committee on appointments, the APC not agree. The process still they go on, but then get right for write the minority report. And when you write your minority report, the constitution say, the standing order say, you for submit her to the Speaker of Parliament. Then I'll leave off Mr. Speaker if Mr. Speaker agree. Eh? Not to as of right, for so you write minority report, no more you go read under the chamber. So that make they refer Parliament to the standing orders. When you write your minority report, you submit to Mr. Speaker, stating reasons why you not agree for this appointee. So after that, you then now seek the leave of Mr. Speaker for let you present your minority report. And there is nothing wrong for present a minority report by Parliament. And the reason why I make them call a minority report, not by the parties or say majority and minority party, now by the membership. So if we 16 sit down, the law will say 10 agree. That was 6 will not agree, na minority report. It not mean say now the political party, it means say no more. Inside that committee, will 6 will not agree. So they write down minority report and state reasons why we not agree. So once then they come to the chamber, where they don't read the majority report, if una don't seek the leave of Mr. Speaker, una second grab, una read una minority report. When then done, Speaker they throw the question for vote. And in this case, na simple majority. So if they vote, if APC or the minority report na win, Mr. Edmond Alpha no go turn Chief Electoral Commissioner. Because the Constitution say subject to the approval of Parliament.
But you convinced, say, Mr. Edmond Alpha go through Parliament, they go able to go through and pass?
But me na SLPP, I know say in Parliament, SLPP get seasoned debaters. And once they debate, they able convince their colleagues, the other members of Parliament, he go pass. Because me know say Edmond Alpha get wide public acclamation, wide national acceptance, and MPs and then they represent them people. So once he did a Parliament, I know say even some APC get for vote for Edmond Alpha.
Why you feel so?
Because I know say you get plenty SLPP, plenty APC, they were nationalistic. Now few they know one way can think more political than the nation. But you get the one they were nationalistic. And I know say they go vote for Mr. Edmond Alpha because they convince and trust say he is the most meritorious and possible president they don't give.
All right, Honorable, quickly look at messages them where people they don't send for you. So you go just respond to them quickly before we let you go. The first hour they take now from Usman Abdal Timbo. He say, I note Honorable Paran Tarawally's response and I take his points on writing to Parliament. I will definitely write to them, even though they were rightly copied in my letter. Also, Honorable Tarawally, you are wrong. Apart from there not being a certificate of urgency or the Gazette not being an extraordinary Gazette, I am a lawyer before being a parliamentarian. The letter of the law is quite clear and unambiguous. He is wrong about the use of extraordinary gazettes. Provisions on use of extraordinary gazettes are quite clear also.
All right, now the YouTube channel, the very first message we're going to look at, Ibrahim Williams Momo, they say, Paran Tarawally, trust me, you sabi talk, and you really know how to defend your party, but mind you, nothing not last forever.
Adam Spangua na Facebook, they say, it is sad that a former lawmaker will sound this way, that a document signed by the government of Sierra Leone and the opposition party, with whom they had serious issues after the 2023 elections, acknowledging the role of our development partners being signatories, and yet he states that he will not countenance that agreement, knowing full well what happened. God bless us. God help us. Sorry.
All right, this other one from AM Bender, it say it doesn't mean the political party that is in power, but the moment he becomes a president, he is representing the state, not political parties.
Abdul Fona, they say the tripartite recommendations are actionable and implementable. There is nothing else to do but to follow the recommendations strictly.
Mohamed Ali Toure say, why the haste in appointing Edmond Alpha when the position is one of the very reason why we have the tripartite and the constitutional amendments. If he stays, he will go through parliament by force.
All right. They look at more messages. This one, they say, Honorable Paran, thank you for educating Honorable Timbo this morning.
Christopher Sakpakima, they say, Honorable Paran, what do you like about Edmond Alpha?
All right. So they look at more messages and we just pick few because the message them plenty.
All right, this one from Morris. It say, Paran, if you did talk in the interest of Mama Salon, Fufeng, but if you did talk against the progress of the country, we'll give you the road.
All right. This one they say political Ariogbo, APC the nightmare. Honorable PUT, you know, go ever take APC party serious.
This one from Sheko Mansare. He said, my question is, how can the opposition party MPs vote for someone they already have doubts over his actions and doings, especially on the electoral duties? Change in figures during the Sonkolimba elections.
This one from Fodefua, they say, Honorable, we are not against Edmond Alpha, but his words during the past election has put him where he is right now.
This one from Junior Kaden Bangura. It said, please let him name the 13 political parties that agreed.
All right. From the messages, then they quickly return to Honorable Paran.
Thank you very much. I want to tell all man we send message plenty thank. You know, it's interesting. This now we call a national discussion. The only thing, Honorable Abdel Timbo, I go one invite you, let us sit face to face, let us know convert the media space into either right or either wrong. But deep down, you know very well, say what I'm saying is the truth, and that you self-accept, say yes, you go right to parliament. That in itself don't make, you don't know, say, who say direct your letter not correct. So on the issue of you copy parliament, me waiting me know that basic English where I read. We then copy you not to follow you act, now for notify you. So if you allow somebody act, now in you the right to. Where you copy person now for your attention, full stop. So I go wish that you go write parliament, and I know say you are leaders in parliament when I go sit down and when I must trash them out. But I assure you again, say there is a difference between an ordinary gazette and an extraordinary gazette. Go take your stand in orders, peruse them well, and if you want further discussion, we can engage. You know, say me and you now always Buddhists. To Adam, we say, Adams Bangura, we say the tripartite national agreement. Hey, I don't ever dispute the fact, say, not a national agreement. I know say a national agreement. But waiting me say, waiting they go parliament, not for only be informed by the tripartite agreement. Because if you informed by the tripartite agreement alone, it means say we don't look at all other political parties like trash in this nation. And as far as me know, every party in this country, very important. Because it registered again office, again membership, and we election card again your numbers. So me go be the one person we go resist anybody. We go tend for look at other parties as smaller parties. There is no small party in Sierra Leone. Every party very equally important. Even possible, say then parties owner they refer to as smaller parties. Then they shape the political orientation and political education of this nation more than we the bigger parties. Because most times some of we anything will talk. We need to talk sincerely. But they are very sincere most times. So for me, I go talk again. As an individual, I will resist anybody. We go attempt for keep the other parties outside the center of the political spectrum of this nation. So Adam, I want to let you understand, say, I'm not against the tripartite, but that not my own view as an individual private citizen of the state. Other issues will come up, say, me they talk fine from a party. Yeah, definitely wait to make they elect me. You see how they ask clerk of parliament and left her, say they can't sit down for work for the SLPP. I'm not fool. In parliament, I mean, they pay me salary. I get other allowances. I left all. I don't care right now. I'm a deputy chief volunteer for this country. Batilo Songa is the chief volunteer for this country. Who don't left for job, they'll go to the party office. If he say that for nothing. Now, because we want to win 2028 elections, we don't have to be distracted. We are very focused. And I assure you, where is you don't they go so? That I is focused on the ball. We not the pull and commodity.
Are you winning the elections?
If we win 2028?
Yeah.
Definitely. You know?
Through the ballot box? Through a genuine...
In fact, SLPP, now the only party in this country where since we start election 1952, the first public election in this country, in 1952, would all win, each of them will win through the ballot box. Me, not to like other parties, where they say general election and they conduct like by-elections. We don't see that this country, under one party regime, where the APC, where it talks say they conduct general election, today go conduct constituency this, tomorrow constituency. Is that a general election is an election that take place now the country, throughout the country, the same day and the same time. So we as SLPP, let me tell you, I'd always talk. Then there's our APC man mean they over television, they talk say they don't rule this country the longest. Person tell that arithmetical do class one or not teach you well. But me no say 52 now win the first public elections. They were in a power till 1967. That is automatic 15. Yes, 15 years. I know say on that Tijank about the 11. So if you take 15 and 11, that's 26. We don't count for 10. 26 plus 10, that is 36. Me know say APC done in a power for 23 years. Then commodity then candidate for 10. So 23 and 10 are 30, not 33. Not 33. So if even you take that 33, you say, okay, now we'll add one for them at 34. So if they don't rule 34, win at 36, here would they go so. So why you go say you don't rule past 3. Anyway, SLPP is winning 2028. We have all the strategies in place. We don't put them well. We don't get them well. Our eyes are focused on the ball. We're not distracted. Waiting somebody say, make it say them, but we are heading for the ball. And we'll win 2028.
And the APC not a competition for now?
No, they are a competitor. Hey, but how you go dismiss APC?
But you see, we're not taking them serious.
I've seen say because
you're not still against
because when I get the numbers, when I not even worry with them.
No, I'm not saying so.
When I get the numbers.
APC are great competitors. It just sounds like if right now Real Madrid they play Barca, they are both competitors.
But one believes in they defeat them.
Every election we don't happen at this country, we genuinely conducted SLPP the winner.
And una believes in they beat them back.
Anytime they put we and then they say on your mark, set, go, would they beat them?
Which one I so believe on?
Our strategies.
So elections now strategy they win them.
Election.
Also the will of the people they go decide na the ballot.
That's it. So for even get the people now strategies. President Bio in legacy agenda is a strategy. Waiting President Bio don't do for this country. No president, not ever do. Light, I dey tell you today, President Bio kind of power. Who say meet light from independence, I dey tell you, to 2023. Now 106 megawatt electricity. From independence 1961.
Is it stable? Is it stable?
No, what do you mean? From independence, all the prime ministers and presidents will be in count. Till 2023, now 106.
They have lights go just now.
How they have? Now how they tell you also. 106 megawatt electricity. Now we get from independence to 2023. From 2023 to 2027 June, mark my words, will increase to 400 megawatts. What did that mean? It means that every president put together in this country, President Bio don't bring more light than them.
But still
But if you get people, then Boku pass you there, you want don't do pass there. What did person get for talk? President Bio is the legacy
Anyway, we
of
campaign
Sierra
time reach.
Leone. When campaign time reach,
We go for definitely
SLPP
going
party.
to all of them
That's
conversations.
it. SLPP party, they can't wonder the people. And tell Una say in 2018, we brought the new direction manifesto. And we said A, B, and C. And just like picking results. Judge us. We told you about feed salon. We told you about electricity. We told you about free education. We told you about strengthening medical. We told you about infrastructure. All of those things will bring down to Una judge. And who knows say President Bio in pass mark? Na A1. So because he get A1, anybody will come from in party, himself capable for get A1. So we are winning 2028.
Una don't do enough for win 2028.
In
Una
terms
don't
of-
do enough
In terms of
forget
development,
the numbers. Una don't do enough for let the people get that confidence for vote for Una through the ballot box. I say through the ballot box because up till now, the APC, they call Una say Una thief 2023 elections.
okay. So simple, I'll just say something. If you catch thief outside the Kerang,
Na police,
where you go police inside in the Kerang,
na court.
very good. So if APC knows una thief man, na court them if go. Because the court is the only adjudicator in this country.
But then say they
Not to
not
me, not
trust-
to you.
Then say they not
Una the
trust-
media houses, not una they adjudicate matters.
then say they
So
not
for
trust-
Cassidon,
then say they not trust the judiciary.
APC say not trust judiciary. That same judiciary we they take for pull vice president. Now they not trust today. I'm telling you, let's stop blowing hot and cold. Who get for stop this insincerity in this nation? Not get any space any longer. Let's be sincere with our people. Let's talk to them. Bring the look here. APC not get agenda. If you get agenda, come and say the agenda here. Rather than you go to Mamna Forum, they tell the president saying a thief man. Don't do that. For tell the president saying a thief man, not a winning election. Now for can't tell the people say SLPP don't do A, B, and C, they not do it well. Oh, can I so and so go do it. Then you tell the track record, oh, been there now, this and this will be do. That is an agenda. We will have a structured agenda.
Oh, no.
One can they tell the people and say, when President Bio come in 2018, so this 2028, where it go? Now this day he do. Now this day he been promised una. And now this day he do. He go do 100%? No. Because exams are for you to go, yes, now 100% you go for. But at least if you get 87, then they give you A1. So me conscious say President Bio don't score A1.
They're not
So we are
declared
going to
campaigning.
wallow on those legacies, on those glory where President Bio don't shoot for this country. And they tell you, look, he don't tell no teenage pregnancy in this country. Imagine every day in the past, you see that small picky in the past, you get belly. He don't tell, I don't see, I know yeri.
All right.
He don't tell, I don't see, I know yeri. Say this big man go tamper with people picking. You know what that mean? He don't tell, I know yeri. That mommy say me picking don't go school because I don't get money. You they imagine this? Now this kind of party you are left for party where not get
Honorable,
nothing for
they're
do
not
pass for
declare
Allah say
campaigning.
you not tiffy.
They're not declare campaign.
I'm not campaigning, I'm bringing out the goods where President
We go
Julius Maada
definitely.
Bio
We go
don't do for this
definitely
country.
But try for
get
bring
a
you
panel
and
for
the
that.
Secretary General, the APC, no one can discuss development and on our various things the
National
way
issues, yeah.
on a political party they bring at the table.
I know say Kai go say President Bio not tiffy. Rather than really bringing out issues. Well, you can come and talk about the issues. We've never come to the forum, to public space and tell APC say they're not this. Okay, they tell them say they're not able to win election because of
I even looked
ABS.
already because they had to forget you today, but I see now you look available for the media.
No,
But anyway,
not to
what you
say, not to say be hard. Make I tell you. I don't tell you say our
it's
party is a
difficult to
party.
forget to for
No,
calm.
it was a party of strategy.
Oh,
We didn't write down
timing.
strategies. We don't know. We are now rolling them out. Would I tell you say I go to write and they go talk? You all a mistake. Why don't write down?
Alright, honorable.
Are you ready for the APC? For debate issues with them?
APC? Now they if I ask whether they're ready because now they get issues. We will not get one issue too. We don't.
Alright. Honorable Paran Tarawally, many thanks to you come this morning for cancel the viewers them and also on a party membership on a position on the proposed appointment of Edmond Alpha for be chief electoral commissioner. Like you don't say, una don't ready now for talk, una be the right, una don't write down, and attempt for implement una strategies them. Well, wait tell me, should also create this panel, forget discussion around them strategies and the end. How they go reflect? How they go reflect? Especially for national issues. And national issues, how they address them, service delivery, and all of that.
We can discuss them.
We go find a panel for talk on national issues. Thank you, we can this morning.
It's great. Thank you very much.